Well, time is running out for an agreement to avoid a Hollywood writers' strike. The WGA and the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers are still trying to hammer out a deal. KCAL News reporter Laurie Perez live in Studio City tonight with the latest. Laurie.
Leslie, a strike would be a very big deal for the writers, of course, but also far beyond these sound stages behind me. When the WGA went on strike in 2007, it reportedly cost the state's economy more than $2 billion. It's our understanding the two sides continued to talk today.
In 2017, they negotiated right until 12:15 a.m. and then came out and said, we have a deal. So that could happen again.
The clock is ticking once again as the Writers Guild of America and the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers try to reach a deal before midnight Monday to avert a massive strike by WGA's 20,000 members. Compensation is the sticking point. Writers want more of it, especially from streaming projects. Gene Mattis is a reporter with Variety.
It's generally been a revolution in the way TV is made, produced, and paid for. And writers feel like they got the short end of that.
The union has said writers on streaming shows are getting less for the same work and doing less of it. Streaming shows have fewer episodes and writers work fewer months.
That means less income. So people are, sort of looking for ways to make up the gap. And they talk about we need to make our year is a big thing that the writers talk about. The other piece of it is residuals. If your show is on a streaming platform, you might not see the same residual as you would if it was a broadcast show.
The AMPTP, which represents the major studios such as Warner Brothers, Disney, and Paramount Global, which owns CBS, said in a statement, our goal continues to be to reach a fair and reasonable agreement. The AMPTP companies have approached these negotiations with the long-term health and stability of the industry as our priority. We are all partners in charting the future of our business together, and we are fully committed to reaching a mutually beneficial deal. If they can't, WGA can call for a walkout, an echo of the 2007 strike that lasted 100 days and brought Hollywood to a halt.
Basically, late night shows would go off the air more or less immediately. Saturday Night Live would go off the air. Soap operas, anything that's sort of written right now and then produced the next day or the same night would go off the air because you don't have writers to write it.
Now, he says most other shows are written and produced well in advance, so they could continue to roll out at least for a few months. We're live in Studio City. I'm Laurie Perez, KCAL News. Back to you.
Laurie, we are keeping our eye on this, and we should note many of our producers and writers here at KCAL are WGA members, but they work under a separate contract.